Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you being here. We're on day 19 now, this playthrough. Everything is moving along nicely. We still have some time here in the evening. Just making myself a bit of steel. Need to check around and see exactly what I had going on last time I played. 7 Days to Die. Assess what I have going on here. So we need stone. Might as well run down while we have an hour or two and do just a bit of mining. I won't bore you too much, though it's a very necessary part of the game, a very important part of the game, and you probably spend more of your time doing what I'm going to do right here than you do anything else. Try not to do much more than I have to. I have been debating whether or not I should continue this playthrough beyond day 21. Once we get into that realm, we're looking at just doing builds, large builds that are more for aesthetics than maybe functionality, because in this game, once you get a build that works, it's going to work indefinitely. Now, this small design I have here, it may take a little bit of a beating from cops, especially if I get 2 or 3 cops in there at one time. I may not be able to kill them off quickly enough to keep them from doing massive damage to those pillars and breaking in the base. I think that I can, based on other builds that I've done. I know on the server that I play on, we're almost on day 400 on the server, and those cops I always go to a free fall pit design, so those cops are almost dead by the time I even hit them once or twice with the club, and of course all my skills are maxed out. But you know, I'm sort of debating. I do all these base designs, and I just record these 5 and 10 minute videos and give you previews of these bases and sometimes the horde attacks. I thought maybe I extend the playthrough on from 21 for a ways, but I don't know how many of you will stick with me, because there's going to be a lot of this. You know, when you do these larger builds, these larger structures, what I don't show you, I show you a 10-minute preview of what I've done, but I don't show you the countless hours that I put into mining and cutting down trees and all of that. So I don't know how many views, and how many of you would actually follow through with a playthrough like that. I think it would be interesting for you all to see me create some large builds, but I'm still trying to kind of play around with how I could do it. Maybe edit out all of this type of thing, the mining and whatnot. I know that Game for Kicks. I mentioned him a good bit. I've been watching some of his videos for the past month or two when I discovered him, and he edits out some things and skips, and I think his videos are an average about 20-25 minutes. So he gives you just the meat of what he does. So maybe I can get to a point to where I can do that, and spend a little extra time editing out all of those things. Anyway, just kind of chatty Cathy here a little bit while I'm doing this mining, just to have something to say. Just kind of putting my thoughts out there about this playthrough, because we're drawing close to the end of it now. Day 19, 20, 21, we hit that 21-day horde, and one thing about the game is now, though, is it does gradually get more difficult as time goes on. It's not like before where you have a set amount of hordes and then it resets back to the 7-day. It doesn't do that anymore. Gradually gets harder as your skill levels go up, or your character level, and the days you're on, and all of that's factored into it. So we could make a little bit more out of this, extend it a little more, but we'll see as we move forward. I'm certainly not going to delete the save file of the game here. I'll keep it. And I have some other builds I'm working on that I need to finish up. I have not have time. Mostly just doing these playthroughs. Try to get at least a couple episodes recorded a day. And my connection here does not allow me to just shoot the upload up to YouTube. From the time I start recording one episode until the time I'm done and ready to publish is about 5 to 6 hours. So that's editing and all of that as well. But so we'll see. We'll see moving forward what I might be able to come up with. There is bedrock. Let's make that noise. All right. So only bad thing about what we see there at bedrock is we did not see any iron or any resources coming down. So what we'll do is that might be a good spot right there where we stopped, where it stopped us. Let's see, we were at minus 33. Let's go to 37, so we're 20 off the, let's run to bedrock here real quick and make sure it is, let's go up to minus 20, minus 37, I mean. Okay, right here, minus 37. That puts us 20 off bedrock. And I'm just going to dig a little hole here just to signify where that is. I'm not going to do much mining. We'll try to do some other things today to keep this this playthrough interesting. Go up top. Could absolutely do our tree farm today. It wouldn't be an underground tree farm. I do have a base that I streamed a couple weeks ago, and I thought about completing that base. Well, I have actually. I've completed the base, the free fall base, but I have not completed the underground garden yet. So I thought about finishing that and uploading a video of it, as well as a couple other projects. I kind of hoped that I would run into a pocket of iron at some point here. Usually I can come up about 20 off of bedrock and run into some. Mining tools up to 61. Let's take a look at that. I think I can give a point out to Miner 69er with the... Yeah, you sure can. Nice. So we can grind out some more tools as well. Shouldn't be long, and we'll get that 2-shot on stone. See how much stone we have. We're gonna make ourselves a little bit more concrete here and maybe upgrade a few more of these blocks in the base to concrete, maybe a few to steel. Let's see, we have 2,000. Okay, so we don't need any more concrete right now, or cement. Well, we need cement mix. We don't need the concrete that we make in the forge. We have plenty of that, I think. We just need small stone to add with our sand. Remember, we went off to the desert and picked up a decent amount of sand out there. We might go do that again at some point. Still don't have that elusive mini bike book. We need to grab that at some point from a bookstore. And I never took a look at the hub city to see how much of that we actually did explore. Let's take a look at that now. Let's zoom out just a little. So we came over here to the hub city. So we did get more than half. We got pretty much 2/3 of it. There's probably one more, maybe 1 or 2 more streets here. And this is the hub city. So we did not come across a bookstore in that hub city. That's hard to believe. I think there might be a city above and below the hub. Let's see how far below or above the... so we're almost dead center with it. So maybe if we went... maybe if we followed this road here, came out up here somewhere, there's another town up there. So that's good for the mining right now. Let's go back up. Assess the base. Don't want to make too many things steel quite yet because I won't have the proper amount of steel to keep it repaired during a horde. Right now, concrete is as good as we need to get. Put some more iron in there. Let's see. Let us Oh, yeah, we're going to cancel that. I forgot we had the fertilizer going. I got these two backwards. I still need to mix those up. So we did have 1,000 stone there as well. Let's see what we can do. Where's the cement mixer here? Concrete mix. 1,600. All right. That sounds good. It's a good number to have. Okay. And we're not really going to worry about that fertilizer too much right now. Let's see. Fertilizer in the chem lab is that. We still have some making there. We have 2, so we have a few fertilizer. Where can we put this? Maybe in the miscellaneous storage. Okay. I think I'm going to make a better pickaxe. What's our tool level up to? Appreciate all your comments too while I look through this. You know, a lot of people giving advice and tips. Unfortunately, you know, I can't take your advice. I am way ahead of you in episodes recorded. So by the time you see this episode, I'm a good 8 or 10 episodes ahead, if not more. So, but I do appreciate all the tips and tricks because that will help viewers that come in and watch, and you know maybe they're even thinking the same thing, and so they'll get to see that. And we're gonna make ourselves a couple tools. Hello, Screamer Lady. I'm right here. Spawn your little buddies. There you go. Let's get ourselves some free loot. Go ahead and take those sham sandwiches now. So they should be coming momentarily. We'll probably go ahead and make this one outer ring cement since we have loads of it. I guess we could go up there and dispatch most of these zombies. Doing a little spike swimming. Ooh, standing too close. Let's see the shadow of him struggling through the spikes. I was going to say it looks like a big guy. Oh, another screamer. Bring it on, ladies. See what you got. Oh. Oh, and I picked up the zombie virus too by getting too close to him. I think she died on the spikes up top there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that before I forget about it. Throw those in there. I do not remember when it was. I think it was day 14 when we went to the hardware store and the bookstore. I need to make another trip over there at some point. I need to get this tree farm that I've been talking about. So eventually I do get things done. we talk about it a lot. You know, we talked about going to the hub city for a long time, and we finally did. Finally made it over there. So I did not disappoint. Just took a little longer than I had hoped. Oh, I didn't mean to eat that. Goodness. Wrong button. So we're going to have to expand our garden before long. Look at all of that. You can multiply it quickly. I think I talked about it in another episode, getting on your mini bike and driving around the plains area if you can find one, if you have one close to your area, and picking up random corn, and you can have a massive cornfield early on in the game. You can just eat corn, you know, make cornbread, and that's good. Let's see, we only need about 50. 50 of those should be good for us. Let's get the hoe and expand this area just a tad. I don't have any dirt on me either. Gosh. Oh. It's funny how those screamers work, you know, because I only have the one forge going now. Yet when I had all three forges going down there, I don't know if you remember me making the comment, but I was like, you know, we haven't seen a screamer in days. And had all three going. This also gives us a little time to make some seed out of the corn. Let's get our 25 potato seeds going. It's good stuff. Could have put down our little bit of fertilizer we have. It's not a big deal. Fertilizer is just one of those things, you know, eventually I can put down. We could make our way over to the trader and see what he has to offer. It could be something we could do. Maybe we could, you know, sell something or just look at what he has. There's, of course, there is a treasure chest out there waiting. And plenty of, I had hoped to have a mini bike by now and we could just go ride around and get those treasure chests. So no mini bike, and makes it a little trickier to go, especially as far away as that one treasure chest is. It's a good little run from here. So there we go. We're all expanded and ready to go twice the size. Next time we'll have 3 rows of potatoes, and nice. We'll just leave this. We don't want to throw it on the ground. We'll just leave it in the chest here. Not going to use any corn for a while. That'll be a little later on. So one thing we could get is some wood. We certainly need stone. Throw these, cut these trees down, throw the seeds in the storage. Probably make some more jars. So there's a pig and a deer over there, and that's really tempting to, I don't think I'm going to be able to pass that up. Oops, missed the piggy. Get it quick with a yellow hunting knife. Purple hunting knife, and it's just like 1 or 2 shots. Oh, what is that deer hopping around for? That did not get him. So we have to be very quiet as we go for the deer. We don't want the deer to get us. I have seen that. I don't know if you've, you know, sometimes I get sucked into the black hole on YouTube, and I watched a video a week or 2 ago of a deer attacking a man, and God, I was really lucky that the deer didn't kill him. Deer can be a little ornery. All right. I'm a bit delirious, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. It's another one of those late night recording sessions. Pulled a here in the U.S. It's Thanksgiving, and actually a couple days afterwards. But stayed up late. Bought a few games on the Steam sale that I'll probably never get to play much of, but nonetheless, I bought those, and bought Doom was one of them. I've been a fan of Doom. Well, I don't want to say I've been a fan. I played Doom when I was younger. Oh no. Oh no. We're going to die, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I don't know. The Spartan is very elusive. More dogs. More dogs. No, doggy dog. Woo! Even the pig's running. Pig's like, I'm out of here. Here's an airdrop. So I will be prepared. I will be prepared for these dogs if they come at me again. I'll have these spikes. And I know we've all in chat, you know, kind of been talking back and forth about the corpses, the dead bodies attracting screamers. And at this stage of the game, it doesn't really bother me. You know, it's just more loot, more levels that you get done when you get screamer hordes coming at you. So, you know, I welcome it now. I leave the forges going all the time, and it's so silly for me to do that. I know it is. And I can't help myself. Okay. I think the first little batch of dogs are gone. A couple of them ran away. I don't know why they turned. Went the other way. Good for us. That they did. Because we were almost out of stamina. We're going to take a peek in the bookstore here. We're also going to eyeball, take a look at our storage out front, see what we do have in here still. We could throw, so we'll take that with us. Don't really use a lot of animal hide, honestly. But you never know what we might need. We throw that scrap iron in there. We're going to have a little bit of brass saved up with the radiators. Okay, so we have been here. It must have been day 15 that I was here, 15 or 16. I'll have to go back through and look at the playthrough. So nothing that we really want to take along with us. There's really not a lot out here. I do not think that we have not already been through at least once. Nice. couple of these luxury homes. I keep hearing that snarling sound. I'm thinking it's another dog, and it could be at any moment because usually you don't get just a, 4 or 5 or 6 like we did. You get more than that. Saw a couple of them wander off, though. I'm still puzzled about that and where they may have disappeared to. They may have just despawned. So we also, I look back at one of the playthroughs. Let's see, I have no scrap on me. Let's see how much I get out of that. 37 for the pistol, okay? So we had talked about how much you get if you put it in the forge. And I do believe I got 50 for the whole pistol in the forge. And I got 20. Deer's trying to climb a tree. I got 20 for a pistol part. So I think you do get more if you break it down and put it piece by piece in the forge. It just takes a lot longer to do it that way. But, you get so much scrap now that it's not a big deal. 20, 50, it doesn't really make much of a difference when you're talking thousands. So early game, absolutely, do what you feel you need to, but iron is so easy to come by. Scrap iron now and these things are leather too. You get leather from those particular couches. So on my last playthrough, I found a home that looks just like this, except for it was out in a forest, and it was nicer. It wasn't all run down like this one. And this is where we set up camp. Had the little forge built into it right there. Nice. Oh, I thought it was a first aid kit. That's all right. Nice little desert area. I do not believe there's anything worthwhile in that hotel. Maybe some of you will mention it below in chat. If I'm missing out big time by not going in there, but so while I had an extra couple minutes here, it's sort of a flounder around and waste the day away day to day. I probably should not have done that, but I'm gonna go down to, I'll take the flashlight and combine it. Check out this building again, because there are some things in here we could loot. Oh, big boy. Scrap it up. Don't remember what day it was when we were here either. I need to do a better job of keeping track of all of that stuff. Sounds Sounds like we have company on the way. So we get ourselves a wrench and can come here and get some wire and some different components. Kind of wanted to get that duct tape off that guy and that moldy bread. Well, there's a lot of zombies piling in the doorway there. They've been hungry to get in there for quite some time. Mr. My legs don't work over here. Well, we've got a decent amount of levels today from just fighting zombies. Guess we'll, still a bunch of them over there. Guess we'll head back to the house, to the base. This little chicken running along there. Maybe cut down the rest of those trees and I'll show you a little technique that I learned off watching Bad Buck's stream. I'll give him credit, but I think he got it from someone else that's in his stream. Maybe one of his mods let him in on this. I used to work pretty hard at digging out a tree farm and a garden. And all he did, and I think I had mentioned it before, is took some wooden plates and placed them on the ground to give him his spacing. So that he's not having to click, 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 click all over the ground to get the right spacing for the trees. So I'm going to use that technique here. Chicken. I'm going to kick the chicken. Kicking chicken. Ooh, I think I stepped on it. Do the world a favor and get rid of this ugly old tree here. Blunt weapons, 49, nice. Let's knock out these last few trees here, and then we won't be able to waste much time on getting more up because we're going to run short of wood. Matter of fact, how many of those spikes? We'll go ahead and make 49 of those spikes. That way we have some on hand because we're going to get a bit of wood here now. We'll get our tree farm going, get those things planted. All right. So instead of punching it with my fist, I'm going to do this instead. Get some more levels done on the construction tools. Not that we need anything too much from them again, but better to give it to this than athletics. There's nothing really athletics. That will come naturally just moving around. And we'll give points to our health nut when that does happen. We'll need to make ourselves a little forest ground though. And fill in where that gravel is located. Oh yeah. Is that what it's all about? So we're out of stamina. Drink ourselves a little bit of that. Go ahead and get those bodies decaying. I swear that's more pistols than I think I've ever seen on a playthrough of any sort. Dog. Well, we were fortunate there. Here comes more dogs. More dogs. Run. I hope they don't beat on that hatch. I couldn't close it quickly enough. Over here, dogs. Don't you come in my base. Go ahead and sort this stuff out. There they come. Yeah, I hear you up there. I hear you. Okay, bullets. Not that we really ever going to use those, or probably scrap a lot of those bullets before too long. I used to be able to disassemble the bullets. I do not think you can do that anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can do that in a workbench. It's been a long time since I've even tried. I usually just scrap those bad boys, but let's go on back up top. Looks like the dogs have passed us by already. Good thing for wooden spikes there, taking care of those doggies. Let's see where we're at here. Go along this line here. That looks to be long enough. Actually, probably a good bit longer than we would need, but either way, I figured I'd clear this area. We'll have plenty of plant fiber. We can do a little bit of mining, and we can spam craft some more of those stone axes and get our tool level up so that when we do spend our steel for tools, it'll be worth our while. Once we get them up to a certain level, we can start combining those tools and getting on up to purple and two-shotting the stone, which is very important. Very important time saver. You wouldn't think going from 3-shot to 2-shot is a big deal, but it kind of is, you know, when you're considering thousands upon thousands of swings you're going to take, how much more stone you could have in iron by just shaving off that one hit. In a game like this that's all time sensitive, time based, all about managing your time properly. You want to get as much done as you can, and going from 2 swings to 1 is very important. Much like when you're killing a zombie and you're giving those points out to Pummel Pete. It's a whole lot nicer when you can kill a zombie in 1 or 2 hits versus 3 or 4. You know, that makes a big difference. It's just the same with the stone and iron. Probably not going to do this, but just another moment because it's almost 2200 and we don't want to get caught out here with a screamer horde tonight and have them running at us from all directions. So addictive to do this, you know, to clear out land or dig or mine. It's all so addictive. I see this area now, I just want to complete it so bad, you know, and I don't want to take a chance to get caught out here at nighttime, but it's like, oh, there's just a little bit more, maybe a few more hits and I can get it all cleared out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this episode a tad early tonight. We've been stopping at about midnight or so. But we're going to stop this episode a little early. It's a 43-minute episode versus a 50-minute in what we run. So I thank you for tuning in. Absolutely tune in tomorrow. We'll be touching up the base tomorrow and getting our everything ready for the 7-day horde. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you then.